Imagine this. You send just a few words to a woman you like, and suddenly, she leans in, she smiles, and her energy shifts towards you. No games, no chasing, no second-guessing yourself, just real connection, created almost effortlessly. Sounds good, right? Stay with me, because today I'm revealing 3 secret messages that women simply cannot resist. Messages that, when delivered the right way, tap directly into the emotional triggers that make her feel drawn to you on a deep, almost instinctual level. Now, before we dive in, I want you to understand something important. This isn't about manipulation. This is about authentic communication that makes you stand out from every other guy who's just saying the same boring things. You're here because you want real results, not pickup lines that fall flat. So I'm going to give you exactly that, straight, practical advice you can start using immediately. Let's start with the first secret message. It's called the emotional mirror. Most guys focus way too much on impressing women with their achievements, stories, or jokes, but they miss what matters: emotional connection. The emotional mirror is simple. You reflect her feelings, her dreams, and her frustrations, but you do it in a way that shows you get her. For example, if she says, "I'm so stressed about work lately," the average guy would either give advice she didn't ask for or just nod and move on. You're going to mirror her emotion back with something like, "It sounds like you're carrying a crazy mom on your shoulders right now." Honestly, it says a lot about how committed you are. Most people would have already given up. Notice the difference? You didn't just acknowledge her stress, you recognized her effort and praised her strength. That feels incredible to her because it tells her you see the real her, not just the surface. And when a woman feels seen, she naturally wants to be closer to you. Another quick example, if she shares a dream like, "One day I want to open my cafe," instead of just saying, "Oh, that's cool," you could say, "You strike me as the kind of person who would create a place people feel at home in." I can already imagine it. Your energy would fill the whole place. Again, you're mirroring her ambition and affirming her identity. She feels energized by your words, not judged or overlooked. The key here is authenticity. You're not making stuff up to flatter her. You're tuning in and giving honest reflections that spark deeper feelings. Now, on to the second secret message. This one is even more powerful because it speaks directly to her self-worth. I call it the chosen frame. One of the biggest mistakes men make is putting women on a pedestal. It creates an imbalance. You're telling her, "You're better than me, and I'm lucky just to be here." That energy kills attraction. Instead, you want to use the chosen frame. You make her feel special not because she's better than everyone else, but because you, a man who values himself, see something unique in her. It's subtle, but it's powerful. Here's how you do it. Imagine you're on a date and she mentions she loves hiking. You could say, "Honestly, a lot of people talk about wanting adventure, but very few live it. I like that you're not just talking, you go out and live your life. That's rare, and it's something I respect." See what happened there? You're showing appreciation, but it's coming from a place of strength. You're communicating that your approval matters, because you're selective. You don't give your attention away cheaply. Another example, if she shows kindness, you might say, "It's refreshing to meet someone who's genuinely kind without expecting something back. I value that because it's not something you see every day." By using the chosen frame, you create an energy where she feels honored, but she also feels she's earned your admiration. That balance is magnetic. And now, before I reveal the third secret message, the one that truly locks an emotional connection, I want you to take a second and think about how differently women would respond to you if you start applying just the first 2 techniques. Imagine the conversations flowing effortlessly. Imagine the way her eyes light up when you speak. Imagine the bond that naturally builds without you having to force it. Alright, let's keep going. The third message is perhaps the most underestimated one, yet it's the final key that ties everything together. The third secret message women can't resist is something I call future imprint. Most conversations stay stuck in the now. What's happening today? How was your weekend? What do you like to do? That's fine, but it doesn't build anything meaningful in her mind. Future imprint changes that. It subtly plants the idea of a shared future in her imagination, without making it heavy, without pressuring her, and without coming off as needy. Here's why this is so powerful. Women are naturally emotional future thinkers. They often evaluate men not just based on who you are now, but on what life could feel like with you. If you can light up her imagination with positive, exciting images of a future that includes you, her emotional brain starts bonding with you on a level she doesn't even consciously control. So how do you do it? Simple examples. Let's say you're talking about food. Instead of just asking, "Do you like Italian food?" you say, "One day, I'm going to take you to this tiny hidden Italian place. It's the kind of spot that feels like a secret only locals know about. You'd love it. See what I did?" It's casual, it's confident, and it suggests a future experience without sounding like a heavy commitment. You're inviting her into a positive future with you, and it sparks curiosity and emotional anticipation. Another example, if you're talking about traveling, you can say something like, "You're the kind of person who would get into exploring little coastal towns. I can already picture you loving the vibe, wandering around and finding those cool, out-of-the-way cafes." Again, you're imprinting an image of the two of you sharing something enjoyable. You're making her feel like she's already a part of your adventure. A key tip here, the future imprint should always feel natural, playful, and effortless. You're not proposing marriage, you're painting little snapshots of future experiences, ones that make her feel excited, comfortable, and connected when she thinks of you. Now, here's something most guys miss. These three messages, the emotional mirror, the chosen frame, and the future imprint, are not magic spells. They only work when you bring the right energy behind them. That energy is calm, confident, and fully present. Women pick up on your emotional state way faster than your words. If you say these things while feeling nervous, desperate, or fake, she'll sense it instantly, and it will backfire. But if you deliver these messages with relaxed confidence, as if this is just who you are, they sink deep and they stay with her long after the conversation is over. Think about it like this. You're offering her a new emotional experience, being seen, being valued, and being excited about the future. Most guys can't offer that. Most guys are too busy trying to impress, or worse, putting her above themselves and losing all their attractive edge. Now, you might be wondering, what if I mess up? What if it feels awkward? And that's a fair question. Here's the truth. When you first start using these techniques, it might feel a little strange. That's normal. Growth always feels awkward at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And when you master this way of communicating, it stops feeling like a tactic and starts feeling like second nature. That's when you become truly magnetic to women, not because you're pretending to be someone you're not, but because you're expressing a version of yourself that women find irresistibly real and refreshing. Now imagine you're texting a woman you like. Instead of the usual, "Hey, what's up?" you send her something like, "You strike me as the kind of person who finds beauty in the little things. I bet you have a favorite quiet spot in the city no one else knows about." You've just combined the emotional mirror and the future imprint in one message. She reads it, smiles, and immediately feels different about you compared to every other guy sending the same boring texts. She wants to respond. She wants to continue the conversation. She wants to be around you. And it's not manipulation. It's leadership. It's emotional intelligence. It's you stepping up and offering something more powerful and more meaningful than the average surface-level interaction. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but will it work for me? Here's what I want you to know. It's not about having the perfect words. It's about creating the right feelings. Every time you use the emotional mirror, every time you communicate through the chosen frame, every time you sprinkle in the future imprint, you're setting yourself apart from 99% of men out there. And women notice. They feel it. They respond to it in ways that might surprise you at first, with more warmth, more excitement, more eagerness to be around you. The best part is that once you integrate these principles into how you communicate, you won't have to force attraction. You won't have to wonder if she's interested. You'll know, because her actions will show you. She'll lean in closer. She'll make excuses to keep talking to you. She'll open up faster. She'll prioritize you, without you needing to chase or pressure anything. I want you to imagine, right now, what your life would look like if you were naturally this magnetic. How would it feel to walk into a room and know that you have the emotional intelligence and the skills to connect powerfully with any woman you choose? How would it feel to know that you are creating genuine attraction without playing games or pretending to be someone you're not? This is the real power most men never learn, not because it's complicated, but because they never took the time to master the emotional side of connection. But you're different. You're here. You're investing in yourself. You're ready to raise your standards, not just for the women you attract, but for the man you are becoming. So here's what I want you to do next. Take these 3 secret messages and start practicing them today. Try one the next time you're talking to a woman you're interested in. Watch how she reacts. Pay attention to the little shifts, the way she looks at you, the way her energy softens, the way the conversation flows. And when you start seeing the results, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment below and tell me about your experiences. Share your wins, your questions, your breakthroughs. I read every single comment, and I respond because this isn't just about making videos, it's about building a real community of men who are leveling up together. If you found value in today's video, do not keep this to yourself. Hit that like button, share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel right now. I've got a lot more powerful insights coming your way, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Your future self will thank you for taking action today. Remember, real connection isn't about chasing. It's about leading with authenticity, emotional intelligence, and strength. Go out there and be the man who stands out. I'll see you in the next video.